Good evening and welcome, one and all, to a special edition of Pacific 4 and 4 episode review. Tonight, I will be giving a live reaction and spoiler filled review of Chucky episode 3, Hail Mary. When that episode begins, I may spoil a few plot points as I'm watching the episode. So if you do not want to be spoiled by anything that happens in this episode, you can come back later. And for anybody who might have missed it, the announcement on Sunday, the reason why there is no Pop Talk tonight, because Pop Talk would normally be airing at this time here on the channel, it's because there is no Tuesday Night Trek last night on the Star Wars Guys YouTube channel. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to do Pop Talk on Tuesday, and I'm going to actually give a live reaction to Chucky Season 2, Episode 3, Hail Mary on Wednesday. And one of the other reasons why I decided to do it is because people seemed to enjoy it last year. So I figured I've got the time to do it, and I'm going to go ahead and do it. And right now, we are just getting an episode recap of last episode and also the season one premiere. Now, if you don't have, the means of watching this, like I said before, come back later and you can leave your comment about the episode in the comment section. And in the meantime, I do want to just say hello to everybody and hope you're all doing well. Of course, you see that I do have a stream bot running, so let's see how that works. Since normally I use Nightbot to broadcast everything. Okay, okay. So we're opening up with Father Bryce and Jake. And Father Bryce wants to know where the doll's at. It's funny seeing the same actor that played Jake's dad now playing the priest. But it's not uncommon, especially on TV and movies. And all right, so he wants Jake to beg for forgiveness, and he can be forgiven for all his sins. I'm sure he has. Okay. And if you've never watched Chucky before and you like the Child's Play movies, I highly recommend it. I'm sure, Nadine. I'm sure. That's all she's concerned about. What's wrong, Lexi? Her hand's shaking. Oh, jeez. almost out of her pills. And the scout's enjoying the pain that he's going through right now. Interesting. But then it's Charles Z. Ray. What do we expect? Hmm. Chucky. I love how the theme sounded like a choir this time. Hmm. Sure. You could say something's eating away at Jake, but he's not going to reveal it to you. Sorry, Sister Christine, but you're not going to get that information. What's Lexi doing? She's trying to get a quick fix, it looks like. Yep, that's exactly what she's doing. She's getting a quick fix. This kid is just as sick as Charles Lee Ray. Hmm. He doesn't mean it. Really, Devin? Really, you're gonna walk over to that doll? Hmm. Ooh, yeah, he did. It looks like Nadine's going to confession. Hmm. Well, that's a long confession. You'll just have to come back, Nadine. Hmm. Let's see how well a reprogramming idea works. Oh, that's he said in the last episode. Okay, that makes it odd and awkward. Hmm. I think he's going to enjoy that. Hmm. This isn't going the way they thought it would. Hmm. And they're still going. Okay. No, you can't fix Chucky. There's no way. Nice little throwback to the first movie. Hmm. Oh boy. And the battery's dead in the phone. I'm telling you, this reprogramming of Chucky's not going to work. Hmm, 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 hmm. Oh boy. Yep. Some interesting things are happening in this episode. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey, kitty bear. Oh gosh, Steven. Yeah, it did. It did. It did. It caught your joke, kitty bear. Some of these commercials leave a lot to be desired. What just ever happened to advertising your product and trying to sell it to the masses? Hey, here's another show I won't watch. Fixer Upper the Castle. Yeah, I'll skip that. And why in the hell are we getting an advertisement for a kid's toy during Chucky? Oh boy. Hey, it's an advertisement for our Halloween ends. The worst movie to come out this past weekend. Kitty Bear says, I am just listening while gaming. I actually haven't watched this because I am not sure if it's worth watching. Here's my approach with the series, Kitty Bear. If you just look at the series and you look at the movies, especially how ridiculous later movies got, and you can laugh about it, then you can watch it. Of course it is. Hmm. Yeah, this sounds like a setup to me. Well, Lexi's bailing after Devin's bailed. Oh, great. Oh boy. Chucky and Nadine. Oh, there's a combo. She's about as scary as Chucky is. Only seen the original movie as a kid and Chucky's Bride. I think it was called that. Maybe I'll go through everything this weekend. It's up to you. I mean, I'll admit, when I watched the first episode last year, I was thinking, "Oh, this series, nah." But then I kept watching it, and had to tell myself, don't take it so seriously. It's a series based on a movie about a possessed doll. So you can't really take it too seriously. Just have fun with it and enjoy it for what it is. I don't know if Devin's going to keep that promise. Uh oh. Well, there's secrets up. Yep. What are you up to, Lexi? Uh huh. She's in the infirmary. Yeah. You're in trouble now, Lexi. Okay. That's what she says. Yeah. Trevor. Uh, this kid's full of shit. Really, Trevor? Y- You're that full of yourself. Unfortunately, some people never change. And Trevor's one of those people that never changes. Yeah. And now there's a delivery truck. Let me guess. Another good guy doll. Yep. Well, so now does incarnate lore have two problems on their hands? Two problem childs. But in this case, two problem good guy dolls by the name of Chucky. Yeah. Yeah. You made an accurate guess. It is better than She Hulk and Reigns of Power. And I haven't even given She Hulk 1 second of my time. I've seen clips here on YouTube, and it's turned me away from the show. And then watching those 3 episodes of Reigns of Power, Reigns of Power just didn't pull me in like the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings trilogy did. And maybe someone might say, give it more of a chance. No, 3 episodes are my limit. Yep. So once it gets to 3 episodes, if I'm still interested in the series, I'll continue on with it, just like I did with Chucky in season 1. And if it comes to the 3rd episode and I'm not interested, well, I'll stop watching. And it's like Moon Knight, people were telling me about that, but I had no interest in watching Moon Knight. And I've got to be honest, I've seen the trailer for Black Adam, and I'm not interested in that either. And it has nothing to do with who's the star of the movie. And it's just, it doesn't appeal to me anymore. Superhero movies, comic book movies just aren't appealing to me anymore. I was done after Endgame. And even though I was done after Endgame, I gave WandaVision a chance and I enjoyed the first 3 episodes. But then after that, in my opinion, the series went downhill. I liked how WandaVision was going through the different decades as far as TV shows were concerned. And then it just, you know, fell off, in my opinion. And another advertisement for Halloween Ends. Trust me, this is a series that will never end. Even without Jamie Lee Curtis in the movies, it'll never end. All right. Come on. Let's end these commercials. Let's get back to the episode. All right, Father Bryce. Hmm. He's going to confront him about what he saw, I bet. All right, they're headed to chapel. Hmm. Oh, Night's Chucky is very creepy. I used to watch so much US based series past 4 years. I've only seen The Imperfects, Cobra Kai, and the Accident Man. I can't remember anything else from the USI I've seen. Oh, that's understandable, especially when entertainment in general isn't what it used to be. Oh boy. Well, that's Jake's opinion. Maybe not. So Devin now has to polish a few things. I'll look at it here. Ah, kitty bear. A manufacturer. That's creepy. Yeah. Well, obviously, this version of Chucky doesn't remember what happened to Junior. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so two characters mention how shiny Lexi's hair is. Oh boy. Yeah, I would drink from the flask too, father. Yep. Chucky's up to his old tricks. Uh, yeah, Nadine, about Father O'Malley. Death. And she's picking up the beats. All right, so now that we're currently in a commercial break, is there any TV series that might be coming out that anyone is interested in watching or hearing about? All right, let's get through these dumb commercials again. Wow. This Medicare commercial, it's terrible. Oh boy. Let's see. You have no idea, huh, Kitty Bear? Yeah, I haven't heard about anything that's coming out that's worth watching. Oh, could we please end this bad commercial, please? Good God, it's terrible. This commercial makes The Reigns of Power look like a great show. Oh boy. Okay, so what? This is 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I haven't really been keeping track. Hey, there we go. A Domino's commercial. Yeah, let's order this family meal. Get bread bites and the dessert. Oh no, a lava cake's missing. I wonder. Could the kid have taken it? Okay, so we're now getting advertisement for Chelsea and Manchester United. Okay. And now WWE. Hey, it's Bobby Lashley and Kofi Kingston. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. And we're back. And Nadine's going through her Hail Marys. And Lexi's having a nervous breakdown. Withdrawal systems. And of course, Devon's in chapel doing some polishing. Yep. Make sure that chalice is nice and shiny. Uh-oh. And Lexi's fix is gone. And of course, Nadine has rosary beads. Kitty Bear says, I hate commercials. No commercial ever got me anything. If anything, I always been like that. Yeah, I can understand. I can understand. I mean, I'd rather watch the show instead of watching an advertisement, but someone's gonna say, "Well, that's how they pay for the show." Oh well. Either show a whole slew of commercials before the show or after the show. He's not just gonna do it to Devin. He's gonna do it to you too, Jake. Hmm. So we're just supposed to take Father Bryce's word for it. Well, this should be interesting. Lexi's gonna be having a nervous breakdown. Yep, she's suffering severe withdrawal symptoms, anxiety. She's unable to cope. Yeah, still vain. There's a lot of hate from Lexi. No, there's nothing you can do, Nadine. I don't know that that's what Lexi wants right now. I don't know that a friend is something she's looking for right now. Okay. Now this should be interesting between Bryce and Jake. Well, well, well. Yep, cleaning the brass. Hmm. Bryce doesn't want to hear it. Hmm. What's what's Trevor up to? Yeah. There's someone in there. The other Chucky. Got a feeling this kid's gonna get what's coming to him. Uh-huh. Yeah. He's setting Lexi up. Well, this is gonna be interesting. Ooh. Wow. Huh. Oh boy. Well, he met his match. He definitely met his match. Let's see. Kitty Bear says, I'm playing Mech Warrior, and when the NPC pilots has such a stereotype Asian accent. Yeah, yeah, if they did that game now, there'd be a whole lot of uproar about it. You'd hear about it on Twitter, you'd see it plastered everywhere. Okay, so now we're getting an advertisement for Creed 3. Hmm. I think that's supposed to come out in March. All right. So just waiting for these commercials to finish up. And now we're getting another advertisement for Lysol. That's right. Lysol disinfectant spray. Get it now, folks. And now we're getting an advertisement for Bullet Train, now available on Blu ray and on demand. Although I've heard that Bullet Train isn't a bad movie. I don't know. I'd have to watch it for myself. And now we're getting an advertisement for life insurance. Isn't that great? Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. And now we're getting an advertisement about making plans for birthday parties, barbecues, and of course, protecting your loved ones through storms and preparing an emergency kit. All right, so hopefully we get back to the episode. Nope, another advertisement. Another advertisement for the NASCAR Championship. Although, for those of you who like NASCAR, enjoy. I just could never get into NASCAR. No, no, I won't. Know that the Bullet Train movie that's now on Blu-ray and on demand is with Brad Pitt. Well, yeah, that's something to walk into. This is Chucky we're talking about. He can find a way out. Oh boy, this is going to get interesting. Yeah, you're going to hide him, but there's going to be a trail of blood. Oh yeah, uh-huh. And now Lexi's going to get caught with the drugs that Trevor planted. And now Nadine's trying to create a distraction. Hmm. So she cut the inspection short so she won't have to hear Nadine. Oh, you're going to leave the room so soon. You know, the thing is, it could be the same doll doing it. everything, yet he's doing it happy. Nope. What the fuck? Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can pause it. Uh, uh, come on. Work with me here. All right. So now I'm going to go through the review portion of the episode. And I do want to say hello to Phil McCracken, who says, Echo, echo, echo. Is anyone here? Yes. Phil, you did this the last time, and I don't really appreciate it. I'm finding that highly disrespectful, Phil. And yes, I am calling you out on it. I find it highly disrespectful. So, this is the review portion of tonight's episode. Hail Mary. There will be some spoilers, but the whole gist of the episode is that the one Chucky doll that arrived in last week's episode is now being brainwashed by Lexi, Devin, and Jake, along with Nadine. But before this even happens, there's a scene with Jake and Father Bryce where Father Bryce is asking Jake where is the doll because the Chucky doll that was there was supposed to be a donation for their Christmas fundraiser for their gift giveaway. And Father Bryce is questioning Jake, wanting to find out. And Jake says, I don't know where the doll is. Father Bryce eventually lets him go. And that leads to Lexi, Jake, and Devin, along with Nadine, questioning the other Chucky doll that they have. And the reason why I say the other Chucky doll that they have is because in this episode, we have another Chucky doll that arrives. And we know it's another Chucky doll because it's the same size box, and that doll eventually gets out. So, as Jake, Lexi, and Devin are interrogating the Chucky doll that they have, that's all tied up with, you know, different questions. Who sent you here? Why are you here? What's the plan? They come up with the idea that they need to brainwash this Chucky doll in order to get him to confess what's going on since they can't get a single word out of him. And then we also have a scene between Trevor and Lexi, and Trevor's saying, Lexi, if you're going to survive here at Incarnate Lord, you need to ask for forgiveness. And I'm the one that can lead you to forgiveness. Of course, Lexi doesn't buy it, but the reason why Trevor went up to Lexi is because Lexi, still taking her mom's prescription, is caught by Trevor ingesting that prescription. And he says, you know, no students are allowed to have medicine. If you need to go and get medical care, you have to go to the nurse's office, and Sister Ruth will take care of that for you. So then what ends up happening is there's an exchange between Lexi and Trevor, and at the end of the exchange, as one of the sisters is going by, Lexi says, "No, Trevor, I don't know where you can find any condoms." So we also have a scene with Sister Christine, and she is showing some slides of, some of the gospel and teaching a lesson. Of course, Devin's not there because Devin's keeping an eye on the other Chucky doll. And then what ends up happening is Jake goes back into the room where they're still trying to get the Chucky doll that they have to come around. Of course, they consider killing him, they consider torturing him, and they even use the same butcher knife that Chucky had, and they inflict some pain. Of course, that's when they come up with the idea of using the smartphone that Devin has, and they use the smartphone to basically show different videos. First, there's, some horror movies shown. Then there's, stuff like My Little Pony and a few, kid friendly shows that are shown. And then eventually this Chucky doll comes around and starts, talking to them, but he doesn't have any information for them. Meanwhile, that's when the delivery truck arrives with the other Chucky doll. And of course, we meet Father O'Malley because Nadine's going to confessional. And of course, Father O'Malley doesn't have time to deal with Nadine. And he even says at one point, "Oh, Lord, give me strength." And he says, "Come back tomorrow." Meanwhile, we get another scene between Devin and Jake, and Father Bryce is there, and Father Bryce catches the two of them kissing. And one thing that they mentioned in episode 2 was that, it's frowned upon for the two of them to be in a relationship like they are. And if they're caught, they could pay dearly for it. Well, eventually in the episode, Father Bryce starts talking to Jake when Jake goes into the teacher's lounge, and Father Bryce says, you're not supposed to be in here." And Father Bryce even tries to get Jake to read some of the scripture to confess to what he and Devin did. And that's also when Devin is caught. Devin is caught walking down the hall, and Father Bryce says, "I thought you were sick." And Devin says, "Oh, must have been food poisoning because I'm feeling fine now." So, meanwhile, while all this is going on, Lexi was left back in her room that she shares with Nadine, and she ends up having a nervous breakdown and ends up leaving. There's another scene where Nadine goes back to Brother O'Malley and has her confessional. And as she's having confessional, that's when Chucky kills Father O'Malley by taking his necklace and choking him and the rosary beads that are attached to the necklace. So after that happens, we have another scene with Trevor, and he ends up going into the girl's room, and he starts snooping around looking to see if there's anything that he could find. Of course, this is all for him to plant a bag of marijuana into the drawer and set Lexi up. Well, as he's getting ready to leave, Chucky comes in, and Chucky ends up killing him. And the way he does it is he rips his arm out. So then we get another scene between Lexi and Nadine, and they're in the restroom. And of course, Lexi's having a nervous breakdown because she went into one of the stalls to take one of her last pills that she had, and the pill ends up going down the drain. And she starts panicking while Nadine offers her friendship, says, "Come on, let's talk." And at first, Lexi isn't willing to do so, but then eventually they start talking and holding hands, and that leads them back to their room where they see the dead body of Trevor. So we get another scene, and this time Devin and Jake are in the room, and they hear somebody yelling, "Inspection." Well, it's Sister Ruth. She's yelling, "Inspection, inspection, inspection." She comes into Nadine and Lexi's room, and she starts doing her inspection. Then Nadine intervenes. And before this even happens, I know I'm jumping around and everything, but you know, when Devin and Jake, Lexi and Nadine see Trevor's dead body, they end up dragging it into a closet, and they use a comforter to cover up the blood. And they're actually sitting on this comforter, acting like they're innocent little angels. And of course, Nadine starts talking to Sister Ruth. Sister Ruth has heard enough from Nadine and actually leaves the room. And that's pretty much where the episode leaves off, except for one minor detail. We do find out that the good Chucky is still good. He's still under the brainwash, but the one that arrived via the FedEx, well, he's all steroided out, and he's gonna destroy the good Chucky, or at least that's the way it looks. So overall, I thought this episode was okay. I didn't see anything that I would necessarily write home about. It still continued on some plot threads from episode one of the season into last week's episode. There was a scene where Devin was being punished, just like Jake was being punished because Father Bryce wanted the doll back in his office and they weren't producing the doll. So Devin had to polish some brass items, and one of them was a chalice. And then, of course, Devin's relieved of those duties when the good Chucky is back on his desk. But overall, I thought this episode was okay. Nothing to write home about. But, I'm curious to see where episode four leads. Apparently, in episode four, we're going to have Liv Morgan guest star on the next episode. Of course, from the trailer for the next episode, it looks like it's going to be more Nika and more Tiffany. So that'll be interesting to see where that goes. As far as my rating is concerned for this episode, I consider it a 2.5 out of 5. It was an okay episode, but it wasn't a great episode. Now, for anybody keeping score, I've given the first two episodes of this season a 3 out of 5 for both episodes. But for this one, for me, it's a 2.5 out of 5. Again, it was an okay episode. It just wasn't a great episode. So that's going to go ahead and conclude this spoiler portion of my review. If you have any other questions, you can always find me on social media. I have a Discord, I have Twitter, or you can leave comments in the comment section below if you want. Whatever, come on, Pop Talk and talk about Chucky, talk about your impressions of the series. We can do that too. I do want to take the time to say thank you to Kitty Bear for being here. Well, Kitty Bear, to be perfectly honest, when you put it in the terms of Chucky, anything can be a horror show. But thank you for being here, Kitty Bear. Really appreciate it. Phil, thank you for being here, but please, enough the smart ass remarks, Phil. And that's everybody who was in the chat. If you liked what you saw here, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like what you saw here, give it a thumbs down. And just so you know, Pop Talk will return to its normal Wednesday night position at 8 p.m. Eastern next Wednesday. And the next episode review for episode 4, Chucky, will probably occur sometime Thursday after I've watched the episode. And so the next live stream coming up on the channel will be Sunday's edition of Pop Talk. And I might throw in a game stream sometime this weekend. I might not. I haven't made my mind up yet. But that's going to conclude this portion. Thank you all for watching. And make sure to leave a like or a thumbs down. Share this video with your friends and consider subscribing to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Until then, have a good night and take care.